Welcome to the Pikes Peak Library District's Law Collections tutorial video on using Legal Information Source. Legal Information Source is a library database that contains many electronic copies of the Nolo titles. Nolo is a publisher of legal secondary sources that explain many different legal topics in clear, easy-to-understand language. Let's take a look now at how to find this database through the library's website. So if we begin at ppld.org, we're going to click here on Research and Learn. From there, we want to click on this link over on the left that says Search by Subject. Then we're going to scroll down and find the box labeled Law. And of these guides, we want to click on the one called Law and Legal Resources. Now that we're on the Law and Legal Resources guide, we're going to look over here to the left and click where it says Legal Databases. Then when we're on this page, we want the one in the middle called Legal Information Source. If you are off-site and not at a library facility, you can still access this database by entering in your library card number and PIN, and then click on Login. And now we are in the database. So you can always search for items here at the top, or you can look at some of the featured content here, or you can also scroll down and browse by categories. Let's first start by running a search. So I am going to search for estate planning. So just a couple of things to point out on this page. You can filter your results here. And so right now it's filtering for things that are in full text, but you can also filter by publication date and a lot of different other things. You can also run an advanced search over here. This would allow you to add additional terms. Either you want both of those terms by using and. You can also do it by adding or and get either or if you want to exclude terms, you would use not. You can also limit it by publication, the year it was published, and a lot of other factors. Let me go back to where I was. You also can sort your results here. Right now they're sorting it by relevance, but you could also sort it by date as well that it was published. Then let's take a look at what the results look like. And so here it has pulled out kind of chapters from different books. And so if you look at that, this is coming out chapter 11 of estate planning and divorce. And then you can kind of see, then there's chapter 11 out estate planning across borders. A lot of times though, when it pulls out these chapters, it's maybe not in the order that they appear in the book. So let's take a look, if I was interested in estate planning and divorce, how I could look at that whole book. And so the best way to do that is if you want to either click on the title here or PDF full text. Let me go ahead and just click on the title so you can see the full record. Okay, and this gives you more information about the source itself, but let's go ahead and look at the full text here with this PDF full text. And then I also want to point out though, if you wanted to download this chapter, you could do that here. And so you have that option as well. But let's take a look at what the chapter looks like. And so now we're in this chapter from estate planning and divorce. And so what you want to look for over here on the right hand side, now I have the table of contents for this whole book. So if I wanted to start at chapter 1 rather than chapter 11, then I could just jump over here and now be in chapter 1. So that's an easy way to get to that option. And then again here, you can download the chapter if you want to read it offline. You could print it out. You can listen to it. So you have a lot of different options here at the top as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go back. And I want to go back actually to the very beginning at the home page. All right, so now we're where we started again, and I want to show you how to browse through this database. Um, and so if you scroll down to where all the categories are, then you can choose a category. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look here at maybe business and corporations. And so that'll open up and then give me more categories. So let's say I'm interested in consulting and contracting. And so then that opens it up and kind of narrows it down even further. And so I just kind of keep clicking through to find what I want. And then now it's given me a list of results like what we saw before. So then I can either go into the full text or look at the record like we did with the other one. All right, one last thing, and I'm going to go back now again to the home page. Oops, and this did something kind of weird. So let me just use my back arrow. That's going to work better. Okay, here we are once again. Now, if you keep scrolling down, so now I'm at the very bottom. I just want to point out here, there's this legal forms by US state. So if you click through to this, it's going to bring up this list. And so I'm just going to go into the PDF of this list. And then it has links to where you can find court forms for all 50 states, as well as the federal districts in those states. And what these links will do is it's just going to then push you out to the websites for the various states so that you can find those forms on the court website. So that's another tool that's available in this database. So that's just a brief overview of what you can find in Legal Information Source. Feel free to reach out to the library, though, if you have other questions about using it. And thanks for watching.